Still no laps complete. My goodness. So the yellow coming out again, no laps in. They'll come back, they'll reset them, and we'll get ready to go back for restart here in a moment. A quickie yellow at that. Not raced in no time now. Let's see how they go this time around. Off of turn 4. Third time's a charm here at Dillon. Or will it be? We're underway. Lane pushed all the way to the back. He was in third. Now he falls back to 5th and 6th. Here they come off of turn 4. A lap in. Great battling door to door for second. And look at Chad Webster. Yep, I was just going to say that, Mr. Caps. From the rear, all the way back to P2. Chad Webster has rallied his way in 2 laps to the second starting position after starting in the tail after bringing out the caution on the initial go. And the 25 of Little the Ricky the Kid is right there with him in third as well. They're running down that 28 car. And that is, of course, Mr. Wayne Locklear, who got an emotional win a couple of weeks ago here at Dillon when he won in the Challenger race. He's out in front. Problem, turn number 3 and 4. One car diving onto pit road. He will stay green. 54 behind the wall. Butch Calhoun stalled, got going again, and parks it behind the pits in 3 and 4. Will stay green. Wayne Locklear leading again off turn 4. Another lap in. Watching these drivers drift up the racetrack there, battling. That's Mullis. Lane. The 99 out there as well. The number 1 car driven by Larry Mullis. It's actually one of the Archie Adams cars from back in the day when he ran in the limited late model division. Archie Adams, number 1 car, ready to go for the late model stock race here coming up next. It's actually next here at Dillon for their 50-lap event. We've only got 2 races left after this one. Rocking and rolling. We've been racing for about 2 hours now, making good time here on a Saturday night in Dillon, South Carolina. Started the night with the vintage cars. Giving those drivers a little exhibition time running around the track. The Palmetto Vintage Racing Association. Kind of cool. The Bell and Bell vintage cars were at Lakeview Motor Speedway just up the road tonight, as a matter of fact, with the modifieds. Another lap in the board. Out in front. The 28 car. We're just after halfway. Wayne Locklear leading the way. In the number 2 spot, Chad Webster's car. They go to turn number 3. Exiting turn 4. These are the cars that are battling for the lead. Shotgun on the tail after a caution in the beginning from these two cars making contact was Chad Webster in the 22. His car comes back on the racetrack looking like a modified, but he has roared back to position number 2. And those two cars are mano-a-mano down the front straightaway. And just after halfway. Wow, Wayne Locklear's car got a little loose there exiting off the corner. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here they come off the corner. Locklear, Webster, 15 in, 10 to go. Back with more in a moment in the finish from Dillon Speedway. This is Short Track Saturday night on the CRN Sports Network after our commercial timeout.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Had to go to commercial break, but you saw some of the action as the racing continues on here. Down the back straightaway, battling for the lead from the rear. Webster has ran back down Wayne Locklear and has got back around him. He about spun the car out as he exited off of turn number 2 a moment ago, but he has cleared Wayne Locklear. Locklear's car looks like it has got really, really ill handling loose, especially exiting off the corner. Webster has ran him down in car number 22. Out in front, Wayne Locklear, more lap traffic in the way. He has pulled away from Wayne Locklear. This is going to be a great story to talk about. If Chad Webster pulls this win off in victory lane. 7. What a way to turn it around. You see that brake rotor is glowing red literally on the left front side of the 22 car. The car looking like a modified, and he is out in front. Brake rotor glowing red and all on the left front. Doesn't matter. Ready to come to the line. 3 laps to go. Now make it 2 to go with lap traffic in the way of your leaders. John Lane, Larry Mullis in front of your lead cars. 2 to go as they go into turn number 1 and 2. John Lane surrenders down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll get out of the way. Larry Mullis will probably scamper to the top and do the same as well or stay to the bottom. They'll come to the line. White flag will go in the air. 1 more lap to go in the AR Challenger Series here at Dillon Speedway. The initial start, he got caught up in an accident with Wayne Locklear. Then he rallied all the way back to the front. What a way to turn it around. Chad Webster. Wow. Chad Webster wins in 22. What a comeback. Second spot to Wayne Locklear. Third to little Ricky Locklear. And there's your top 3. We will talk to the top 3, including Chad Webster and getting his story in just a moment. What a show he put on, and the late models are next. Wow. Look at him celebrating, beating on the hood. The crew members are. That's just the crew member. It's not even the driver yet. What a comeback for this driver in the 22. Coming back from being involved in an incident with Wayne Locklear on the official start. Going to pit road. Working on fixing that car. The car looking like a modified with the entire front end gone. And coming back to win. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Webster, your winner in 22! And a roaring crescendo from the crowd.
And I tell you what, congratulations to Chad Webster racing down there in Victory Lane here at the Dillon Motor Speedway. Good race team there. And I tell you what, good race here tonight, and I'll turn it back over to you, Leslie.
Thank you, Ron. My goodness. I hope our photo guy, did you get a picture of that? This car, get a picture of how it's all Talladega, 200 mile an hour, duct tape fied, zip tied, scattered, smothered, and covered.
Thank you.
And in the end, getting it. Ladies and gentlemen, what a comeback. Driver at 22, Chad Webster. Chad, probably one of the coolest comeback stories I've seen in my 23 years of race announcing. Talk about what happened over there. You and Wayne Locklear getting together, might have been a racing deal, having it go and thrash down on pit road before the official first lap was on, going to the tail, and putting this car in victory lane.
Well, none of the wreck stuff don't matter. That's gone. But I got one heck of a crew, man. They worked their tail off, getting it here and then fixing it here. And that's the reason we're here.
Talk about the work that went on here. I mean, look at this. Give a description for your fans and the people in the grandstand that can't really see what me and you are looking at right now, and those that are listening to the radio broadcast as well on CRN.
Well, she's crumpled up pretty good, but zip ties and duct tape fixed by then.
That's it. That's it. I was going to say if you can't duck it, something else, as they always say, but I'm not going to do that.
That's right. Hey, I appreciate it. We had a good time, and I'm glad we got to come home with the win. We lost a good friend of ours this week. He had a heart attack and left us, and this one's for him. He was a good guy. He's helped me a lot, and I appreciate everything, and the good Lord's looking down on us.
What was his name?
Buddy Ray.
For Buddy Ray, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Chad Webster, proving the theory that it's never over until the fat lady sings or the checkered flag waves. Chad Webster wins from the tail in 22. Ron, back up to you, and the late models are next.
I'll tell you what, down here in Victory Lane, down here, we're taking pictures, and tell you what, it's going to look good on camera. And we've got late models getting lined up. Congratulations, Chad Webster.
Hey, Brian, this is my mom and my dad, Pam and Dolly. Nice to meet you.
That's a good race. That was a good race. I'd like to see you come back like that.
The fans, they were abuzz in the Ron in the grandstand. People were shaking and coming and nodding at me, and they were saying, Wesley, that was a good race. That was an awesome race. What a comeback for Chad Webster. And now the late models. The late models get ready for their big race. 50 laps coming up here next, here at Dillon Motor Speedway.
It's been a while, Todd. I see you on your fancy mobile application.
Yeah, it's the new Sunoco app. I can pay straight from my phone, so I save time.
What about saving our relationship, Todd?
I also get rewards.
Is punching in your 5-digit zip code not rewarding enough, Todd?
Well, it's just more convenient.
You'll be back, Todd. I'll be waiting.
Introducing the new Sunoco mobile app. It's the fastest way to fuel. Just tap, pump, go.
You don't need sunlight or wide open spaces. You don't need 4 wheels. Actually, you don't need any wheels. You don't need a lot of time. You don't even need gravity. All you need is an engine and Sunoco fuel.